Hey, thanks for taking the time to look at my 3 or 4 minute presentation. I'd like to show what I've been doing on a smaller scale week to week as I look into managed money and the institutional gold finance. And what I mean is when banks borrow gold, the interest rates get so high that London will borrow gold from China, and China will borrow gold from Russia, and this, that, and the other. But over here on the commitment of traders, which is public information, right, we could see that the managed money, the institutional buyers have added 5,000. So institutions, these are banks and hedge funds, have added buys to their positions. And then we have our actual dates of when the gold moves on the charts, anything involving USD, because the gold spot, what makes the value of gold is versus the US dollar. So it's USD XAU, right? And so we study the commitment of traders to see how many's buying, how many's selling, who's positioning themselves for big moves. And I wanted to show you how I track this and execute my trades, especially this NFP coming up, which is non-farm payroll, which means that every month data is released into Wall Street, creating a digital spike in the gold market, similar to what just happened here on Friday when the news release was posted. Remember, it's a digital input, so there's no time for buyers and sellers to buy or sell and make the chart move around. This is a digital input which instantly zaps the price. See how that works? It's a shock candle by data, not trading. This is how I trade the gold. So this was a trade I took a few weeks back, and you could see I was positioned where gold was at $3,350 per ounce. And then the result was gold went up $13 that day, which was $2 over my original prediction, because my green box is my limit, but it actually superseded my limit, which is a great trade, right? But I want to emphasize on how I actually track the gold on a longer time frame. This is my trading group that I own, but this is a setup I had here. This what you're looking at, this one white line, this is 1 year. Well, this is actually February here, and this was July here. But gold is refusing to break past this global ascending support line. So from there, I was showing this chart that gold would go up. And if you look at these 3 times it touched the line, I'm going to zoom in on that. 1, 2, 3. Here's the old chart, the 1 year. Here's the 1, 2, 3. And then zoomed in, here's the 1, 2, 3. And from here, we're ascending. The 1, 2, 3, and we did continue the ascension. Again, this is back on the yearly chart. So I was dead on. No questions when the gold touched this global line. When I entered here, there wasn't even any drawdown. Not even any. It just flew up based on my calendar of basically the big institutional decisions. You get what I mean? Probably not. But basically, we see who's buying and selling gold through the managed money websites, the commitment of traders, then the timing when this data is dumped into the charts. Right here, you see like the longs is green, the buyers, and then it's dumped into the charts on Fed week, which is usually the first week of every Friday. We have unemployment claims, which affects the dollar strength, which affects the gold, and we have our NFP right here, our non-farm. These are the ones that move the market, the red folders, the big boys. So my strategy, I'll show you a couple of these trades I've taken, and I want to show you the most recent one. So yesterday was the first of the month, So you see here in my group, August 1st, and this is me. Look at, here's the picture. John Travis, the handsome fellow that I am. But anyway, so on the August 1st, one of my guys was thinking that the price of gold was going to go down. And I told him, no. Because I knew right here, it says the 1 hour channel is broken. It had a good run of 5 waves down. I'm looking north now, at least for some pullback, 50% of the descent. That would mean 50% of this from here to here, 50% up. If NFP slams gold down today, I would think wave up. So this was on, Friday, the 1st. So what happened throughout the day was I told him gold would go up. It was the 1st, and I mentioned if NFP slams gold down, I would think wave up. So NFP, back to those non-farm payroll. And then here we are, August 1st, Friday, non-farm payroll. The data was released. And then keep in mind, look at the bottom at the date here and the time. This was Friday right here. Friday, August 1st, again, the NFP. And what happened when I told him price was fixing to go up? Guess what happened at the news release? Boom! So it didn't only go up, but it went into another range. So this was on Friday, right here. But how did I know it was going to go up just from right here without the COT data and the non-farm payroll news release? How did I know it was going to fly right at this point with no drawdown? I'll show you. And showing you involves a little bit of price action that I do. So here's the same gold chart, but it's the one that I map and graph the gold. All right. So here we go. I know it looks like a mess and it's overwhelming, but trust me, it's not. These two white lines, see how gold doesn't want to go past it? It doesn't want to go below it. We call it a channel. And whenever a channel breaks, like right here, it broke past the channel, is a sign that we're moving down now. So when this big 4-hour channel, broke down right here past the line, that's the indicator that it's going to go down, right? And so gold moves in waves, but it never will supersede 5 waves. I've never seen 6 waves on a chart. And now these two green lines, let's call this the 1 hour candles channel, and this one the big 4 hours channel candle. But in this, the NFP that we're talking about, look at the bottom right here at the date. This was on Friday the 1st, and this is where I was showing you that I told Abrar that price won't go down because we already had 5 waves down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 waves does not exist anywhere in trading. And so I saw that if you zoom in on this green line, where again, this is a channel. Price doesn't want to go past this line. Price doesn't want to go past this line. It's in the down channel. And just as soon as this green line was breached right here, I knew this channel was broken, and therefore it's time to reverse. And gold flew up, and now we've created a support here, which gave us the bottom of our new channel going up. So this was Friday. This was the trade. And that's just, I'm trying to show you how I knew by price action that gold would go up because we broke the channel, just like we broke the 4-hour channel here and it descended. So I hope you could see what I'm trying to do here. There's a more detailed explanation of how I do this, but I think you get what I'm trying to say here, but I could show more if requested. That's it.